This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Hi, I'm Gearoid.
And I'm Niamh Kavanagh.
And you're listening to Agony Rants. Niamh.
Hi.
Yet another week that I am still down under.
I know.
I only thought about it today, down under. I'm down under.
Do you not sing it every time you think it?
I completely forgot about that. I haven't used that phrase since I've been here.
Have you? I don't believe that.
No, I haven't at all. Somebody said it today and I was like, oh, I'm down under. Yeah, never been down under. Yeah, so I'm delighted. No, that's a lie. I'm going to start this the way I mean to go on, Niamh.
Okay.
That is a lie. I am not delighted. I have significant issue with Australia. But we'll come to that in a minute, Niamh. We'll come to that in a minute because the last thing we need is me ranting right off the bat.
Okay.
So tell me, how has your wonderful week been?
Oh, do you know, it's been really lovely this week because obviously I recorded the Junior Eurovisions, which is lovely. I've been started work on that. So I'm very excited about that. But actually the most exciting thing to happen to me this week. Now, stop. I know how you feel about it, little kids.
Now, singing kids.
We're not starting with a negative, right? I told you. We're not starting with a negative.
I'd rather watch seals get clubbed to death than watch a child sing a song, Niamh. I've no interest.
You're such a lie. I mean, you watch Kylie. I mean, that's like watching a child. I know. Anyway, so here's the thing, right? The most joyful thing that I know you're going to love because you know how I feel about it. The weather is wonderful. I got 3 washes on the line.
Well, Niamh, what a start.
I know! I'm so excited.
Do you know what I'm
it's a lovely time of year because it's not just sunny, it's also a little bit breezy and everything's everything gets done.
I'm sick of people in Ireland telling me how good the weather is.
Oh, it's amazing.
Because I arrived in Sydney and I started pissing down.
Just in time for your holiday.
I'm glorious. Yeah, I'm so, the weather, I landed in Melbourne and it was lovely and the next day it lashed for days.
Oh,
and then the first day I was in Sydney, I was torrential rain and this morning there was torrential rain.
I know, and you're always thinking when you're over there that you're going to have lovely weather. I mean, I'm glad to see that your upbeat personality hasn't been changed at all over there.
No, I'm in a towering rage.
Come on, then.
Everybody's against me, Niamh.
No.
Everybody's against me. Yeah. So I arrived in Sydney. Okay. Now, Sydney, I quite like it. I think I like it.
Okay.
I like it. I haven't seen the middle of it. Do you know what I mean?
The middle.
I haven't found.
I mean, it's on the coast. So are you talking about the centre?
Of Sydney.
You don't know where the centre is. Yeah.
I'm staying in town and it's very nice. I've seen the Opera House.
Oh. Did you sing in it for me?
No, I stood outside it and it was torrential rain. I stood in the torrential rain and got my photograph taken.
if I'd had torrential rain outside Sydney Opera House, the logical thing in my head would be, let's go inside. Did you go inside?
No, because you're miles away from it.
Okay.
See, here's the problem with Sydney Opera House, is my understanding now. I could be wrong on this. But there's the side you go into it, which is unspectacular. And then there's the side you see it, which is not the side you go in.
Okay, which is the side that everybody recognises.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I stood on the shore and got absolutely saturated getting a photograph with my friend John.
Lovely.
But here's the thing, it's conspiring against me. So they booked me into a very nice hotel in Sydney, right? Because it was only 2 nights and they said, oh yeah, we'll book you into a 5-star hotel. Yeah. And I thought, delightful. I've worked very hard, Niamh.
And to be honest with you, you're made for it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're made for that experience.
Then, I went into this hotel. I went in and it was like lovely. There was a record player in my room, Niamh. Record player in my room. There was a guitar in my room.
Did you perchance have records with you?
I wasn't. I did. I bought some Kylies.
Here? Or like in Sydney? Or?
No, in Australia, look.
Oh, look.
Yeah, rare Australian sleeves. Look at these.
Wow, I think I might have had one of them. Not the rare Australian.
No, don't start. You didn't.
Not the rare
these.
Australian, but I definitely have a Kylie in there somewhere.
You've probably got a Kylie, but now these are the rare Australian sleeves.
Okay.
And I know that because I paid a fortune for them.
Okay.
But I went into a record shop today. They had a bit of Kylie, right?
Okay.
And when they see you coming, there was a rare Kylie. It was $150, which is about maybe £70.
Yeah, it's about
€70, about €70.
Yeah.
So I bought it. I was like, I work hard.
You do?
I finished my tour. I'm buying that. So I bought it.
Okay.
And then there was a couple of other 12 inches that didn't have prices on them.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, let me price them up. Well, he tried to charge me $150 for another one. I was like, you can have your ukulele now.
Did you not say, clearly if there's no price on them, they're free?
No, but he knew what he was doing. Do you know what I mean? He was like, that's really $30 and that's $30 and that's $150 because apparently it's very rare.
Apparently.
Like, is it?
Apparently. like as rare as an honest record dealer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was like, have any snake oil in the back, have you?
So you were in, did I interrupt you on the Sydney Opera House thing? Did you have more to say about the fact that you were
No, not the Sydney Opera House. I was staying in a very nice hotel, Niamh. I had my records with me. I was like, this is lovely. And then, because as you're aware, I have another podcast, Chat with Cherubs.
I know.
And
I'm very happy for you.
Had to record an episode. So I set up, all ready to go. Niamh, this fancy hotel, the Wi-Fi didn't work.
What did you do?
I couldn't do it. They had to do the episode without me.
No.
Yeah. They did it without me. And I was they changed my room in the hotel and they kept saying, there's no problem with our Wi-Fi. There's no problem with our Wi-Fi. I asked everyone, Niamh, everybody I met in the lift. I was like, how's your Wi-Fi? And they were like, oh, our Wi-Fi is really bad. It was.
Were they all Australian with a bad accent?
All Australian. And
or were they all pretending to be Australian?
Apparently somebody really famous was staying in the hotel. Matt Cody or Matt Corby or something. And everyone was just like, did you know Matt Corby's staying in this hotel? And I was like, I've never heard of him. My Wi-Fi's not working.
I can't even check it up because I can't get me on Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
You can't do that thing that everybody does now, which is immediately check it.
I was furious.
Oh, darling, I'm real sorry about that.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. And then, so I had to move rooms. I moved rooms up to but it still didn't work. And they were gaslighting me the whole time. They kept saying like, "Oh, is the Wi-Fi working today? We're having great reports." I was like, "You're not. You're lying."
I lost work. I lost work because of you.
So glad to see the back of me. I swear to God. I checked out today and I moved to another hotel.
Good. And is this hotel obviously it's got better Wi-Fi because you're looking gorgeous.
Niamh, they upgraded me when I arrived.
Oh, did they just take one look at you and they said, that's the Wi-Fi guy?
So it was the rage, yeah.
Your photograph is behind every reception desk.
I whacked my fist down on the table. No, they let me check in early and they gave me a lovely room. It's actually really nice. It's really nice. Yeah, it's much nicer and it's way cheaper, but it's much nicer than the place I was staying. Do
you know, it's a funny thing, you know, what you want from a hotel room changes drastically the more you travel.
I know.
Doesn't it? Like, I mean, it's gorgeous to have a lovely view. It's gorgeous to have pretty things. But the truth is, what you really want is a good bed, a great shower, and good Wi-Fi. That's it.
Also, what's the one thing that we always like to have in a hotel?
Oh, kettle.
No. A
do not disturb
sign. And they didn't have it. But I had my own one with me.
Do you carry me with you? Is it mine?
No,
is it ours?
That's what I was thinking. I should have had one of ours, but I didn't have them.
We haven't had any of them for a long time, actually. You know.
Well, what I've been doing is I've been putting stickers. I found some agony rant stickers, so I've been putting them up in various places. Yeah.
Tell me that it's more than the toilets. Are you?
I'm going to be honest. It's a lot of toilets. It's a lot of hand dryers.
No, but you know, to be honest with you, people have time to think if they're sitting.
Exactly. That's what I reckon. On hand dryers, I reckon hand dryer is a good shout.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we only get the people who actually wash their hands, which is great.
Well, do you know what? I'm happy with that.
I know.
I'm actually fair enough.
I am too.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm washing clothes and doing things, getting ready for my holiday because I know you're on your holiday, but you know I'm going to Athens. Yeah, it's great, and of course because we're going Ryanair and we too cheap, we decided just to have a little carry-on bag. So we are now giving ourselves the new challenge of how to bring enough for a week in Athens in a small bag.
Well, I was overweight. My flight was overweight coming from Melbourne to Sydney, right? And oh God, the stress. So what happened was...
How overweight were you? I mean, not you personally, obviously.
It was about like 2 or 3 kilos. overweight. So, and I had to pay $60, right? But here's the problem. Everything is automated, right?
Oh, okay.
So you put it on the scales and then it goes ding, ding, no, you've got to pay. And I was like, grand, okay, then you swipe your card, right? But what happened to me was I put it on the scale and then it was like, it took it. So it went, this is overweight, and it took the bag. And then this thing, I was like, what's going on? And then
so you couldn't fix it?
Just as I looked back to the screen, there was this thing that flashed and it was like, until payment is made, the bag won't be loaded. And then it disappeared from the screen. And I was like, my bag was gone. And I was like,
oh, that's a scam. That's a scam.
So I said it to the woman, and she was like, no, that's not what happens. You've got to pay. And she didn't believe me. That's what I was like, it's gone through. My bag has gone through. And like all of my props for the show, my suit for the show, everything was in it. So I was like, oh my God, how
stress levels very high.
And so anyway, I had to pay, but why do airlines do this? You have to pay using your card. You can't pay with your phone. You need the actual card, right? And then she rings somebody in the office, and then they put your, I presume they go on eBay and buy loads of shit, and then
they buy themselves time to buy a condo somewhere. They do
their Christmas shopping, and then they put through your overweight baggage, right?
Oh my God.
So I had to open my bag, and I had to take everything out of my bag to find my wallet with my card in it, which was, of course, the bottom of my bag.
This is another bag?
Yeah, this is my carry-on.
Okay.
Repacked my bag and then got on the plane and then arrived in Sydney and realised I'd left my laptop charger I think it was on the desk in the airport.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, that's a terrible word.
That's going to be 80 quid.
Terrible word, but that is like the worst. Do you know the worst thing that happened to me on check-in one time was somebody had booked me onto a flight.
Okay.
And I checked in, didn't even really think about it, got into the thing, did my usual, because I only had a carry-on. I was only going to do a gig over a day or two. So I only had a small bag because I'm not like people who need big bags. You know what I'm like, right? I pack small. So
Niamh is very much 2 pairs of pants.
Yes,
in a bum bag.
I mean, to be honest, if it doesn't go in the bag or come out of the bag the way it goes in, I'm not interested in it, right? So anyway, we go over to it and I check in beautifully, as in, I check in online. So I'm going straight through. I've got my boarding pass, go straight down to the gate. I'm well in time, get on the plane. And they said, you shouldn't have that bag. And I went, excuse me, you should have checked that bag in. So in other words, they'd paid for a check-in, not an actual carry-on, right? So no, but here's the best part. They made me pay for a carry-on instead of just putting it on the fucking flight. Excuse my French. Sorry, I'm really angry now. So I had to pay £85 to put my... Honestly.
It kills me.
When it was already paid for. It was already paid for. Do you understand me? It was paid for as a check-in.
They get commission.
Well, there you go.
They get commission. There's a woman in Gatwick. I swear to God, when you see her coming, here she is. Here's the Banshee of Gatwick.
Is she like funding her property empire?
I don't know what she's doing, but like she is. You see her coming. She wears glasses. She's always on the Irish, the London Irish flight from Gatwick.
Oh yeah,
she's there every time I'm there, and I'm just like, stay away, stay away, stay away.
Does she know when you're coming in? Do you think she watches for you?
No, what I do is when I see her, I stay outside the gate. I don't go in, because in Gatwick they have all the kind of like little pods at the gate.
Oh,
you've got to go in and you sit in these little rooms. I never go in when I see her. I'm like, no. Yeah.
Well, she catches you.
Yeah, it's like, there she is on the horse of the apocalypse. Just like, get away from her. But anyway, I'm in a nice hotel now, and do you know what there is down the road from me, which I had a little visit today? An Aldi.
There's an Aldi
There's an Aldi in Australia. Now, it's really, really small. But do you know what I saw? Like, because I think the area I'm in is really...
Irish?
I think it's very trendy. I think it's a bit trendy. Right?
Oh, okay.
And there was a man in like a vest and shorts doing his shop at an Aldi. Now, he was like a male model, right? And... So I went in, I was getting like hummus and crackers and, crisps and chocolate and like, you name it, I was loading it up. I was like, I'm on my holidays. My tour's done. I'm on my holidays.
What's wrong with you?
Just trying to enjoy myself. And this man was, he was getting like celery and like like bottled water. But then I went into the aisle with all of the, like the crisps and the chocolate, and I was like, whoa, loading up my basket.
I'm on my
And then
holidays.
he walked by and he went into that and he looked and he kind of stood in the middle of the aisle, and then he just looked at both sets of shelves, and I was on the aisle and I was like, why is he looking at me? But he was looking at the aisle, and then he went, Moike No, and then he turned and walked away.
Do you think his name was Mike? Moike?
He was. No, he was saying to himself, he's like, Moike No, because he had like a bar of like the Aldi, like he had the Aldi Aeros. They're called bubbles. He had one in his hand. He was like, Moike No, and then he put it back. It's like, this man needs to be sectioned. Like,
I think I'm going to channel Moike next time I go into that aisle. Moike No. Every time I'm going to do something ill-advised, I think I'm going to channel him.
I was just like,
No.
I felt like I needed to step in. I was like, Mike, you can have an arrow. Do you know what I mean? Like, you look great. It's fine. It's just an arrow. Like, it's mostly bubbles.
Yeah, I feel I already know Moike's story. I think Moike possibly was big at one point and is desperately working his way back. Male modeler, no.
Yeah, he looked absolutely amazing. Like,
I know.
But he was so like, no.
Well, that's why he looked like that. Because if we said that every time we went in the aisle, we'd be amazing too. I mean, you look fab, obviously.
Yeah, but I look like I eat crisps and chocolate.
So do I.
As
Very
often
much
as I
so.
do. Do you know what I
Very
mean?
much so.
I'm fine with that. It's happiness. It's
I
just a little bit of
know.
happy.
I know. I feel we should call the episode that Moike No.
Moike No. But he said it so loud, like, and it wasn't even that. Like if you do something like that where you go, like yesterday when I had no Wi-Fi in the other hotel and I got into the lift, I was like, for fuck's sake! And then there was somebody behind me and like, sorry, I'm having a lovely time. But he wasn't even ashamed or anything because everyone was looking at him. He was like, ooh.
I'm on board for that. I kind of like it.
I know, it was very much the vibe of like, like a toddler who has just been told, you're going home in 10 minutes. So like, finish up the plane. They're like, no!
Something very attractive.
I was like, Mike,
very attractive the way you're doing it.
Mike, you need to find a better way of dealing with things.
No, God.
Life is going to throw these curveballs at you. You can't expect to go through life and never see an arrow. Like...
Anyway, this is not why we're here. I'm going to have to get over Moike.
Coping skills, Niamh. Okay, we have a problem, Niamh, and this one's from Matthew.
Oh, Matthew.
Can we say his name?
Well, we know in a minute.
Well, he doesn't say not to.
He doesn't say no. Well, so we'll find out during this anyway. Exactly. Dear Niamh and Gearoid, so I feel a bit silly even writing this, but it's been on my mind loads, so I thought I'd just say how it is.
Okay, well, look, that's what we're here for.
I know, and we love it, don't we? But
there's no problem too small.
Except when you get annoyed, right? When they're too small.
I might get annoyed, yeah, because I'm in that sort of place.
I kind of relate. I have to admit, I kind of relate to this problem. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
I've started seeing this guy, I'll call him Daniel, and I really, really like him. He's kind, like properly kind. Aww. Properly kind. Oh, remembers little things I say, checks in on me, all that. It's not something I was expecting, but it's actually going really, really well. But the thing, I know, I'm so excited. And now we're going to hear the thing that is not going well. Okay, very quickly. But the thing he loves horror films. Okay. Like not just, oh yeah, I'll watch one at Halloween. I mean, he watches them all the time. After work to relax. And they're not even mild ones. It's all demons and people getting messed up and really intense stuff. And he says it helps him unwind. No.
Oh, yeah. I think Dahmer said the same thing, but go on.
Okay. I can't deal with horror at all. It stays in my head for ages. I get freaked out walking around my own flat after, and I'll think I've heard something and it just spirals. I know it sounds dramatic, but it's real for me. Oh, I feel you. I feel you, Matthew. At first I thought, okay, fine. People like different things. It's not a big deal. But the more I think about it, the more it kind of bothers me.
Yeah.
Not in a judging way, exactly. I know. I don't think he's a bad person or anything. It's more like I don't know. I don't get how someone who is so gentle and normal and nice can also find that stuff relaxing. It just doesn't match up in my head and it makes me feel a bit weird. He is being good about it. Like he doesn't make me watch them. And if I'm there, he'll put something else on. But it is still his thing. And I feel a bit bad like I'm stopping him enjoying it properly. Also, sometimes I'll just see a bit of something on his TV or like posters or whatever. That's proper Gen Z stuff going on there. And it makes me uneasy again. So I don't know. Am I overthinking this? Is this just a normal difference and I need to get over it? Or is it fair that it freaks me out a bit? And if I do need to get over it, how do I even do that without forcing yourself into something that makes you anxious? I really like him, which is why this feels like more of a thing than it probably should be. Thanks, Matthew. Oh, now don't say what I know you're thinking, right? Don't make Daniel a serial killer in your head.
I think he's a serial killer. You're talking about a man who relaxes by listening to blood-curdling screams.
Yeah, it's got a...
Now, one horror film a week.
Yeah, fair enough. I know lots of people who love horror.
Even. Yeah.
Yeah, but I know lots of people who love horror.
But like if you're watching like a film every... Like, I do think, as they say, variety is the spice of life. Do you know what I mean? If you mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, you listen to different records.
Yeah.
You don't listen to the same records all the time.
No, because that would be weird. You mix it up. You mix up the TV shows you watch. But like...
Yeah, but you tend to say... You kind of get drawn to certain genres though, don't you?
I know, but if that genre is like person being bludgeoned all the time,
yeah,
you kind of go...
Yeah, but there must be there's a big market. I know lots of people who love horror. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, people love it. I've loads of friends that love horror and my partner loves a horror film. Right?
Okay.
Now, I do not like a horror film. I don't. I almost crashed a car once after seeing The Ring. It's another story.
Okay.
But like, I think the problem with horror is... I think the reason people like horror, right, is the absence of horror. Do you know what I mean? So that when they watch something and they get all of this fear and stuff and then it ends and they get this, whew, it's over.
Okay.
But if he's just constantly chasing the dragon with that.
Yeah. He definitely needs something.
I would say.
Do you think it's an adrenaline thing or do you think it's like, I wouldn't mind doing that myself? Like.
It's hard to know.
Is that the big question? Is that the big question?
That is the question. But also the question is, I don't think he's given us enough information, right?
No.
Because, I mean, like, we need stats here. If he's watching 10 horror films a week, he's insane.
Yeah, well, he's
absolutely insane. If he's watching a horror film every time you guys watch a film, then that's just he's into horror films.
Yeah. I know. I mean, the question is, does he sit and watch, Ready, Steady, Cook with him or something, something easy. That's the wrong thing to say. That's such an old person thing to say. The Great British Bake Off, whatever it is, I mean, do you understand me? Like there's other things that you can watch. I am horrendous with horror because I live everything I watch, right?
I hate horror.
I love watching, getting involved. I cry more at TV and films than I do at real life. That's how I am. I mean, literally, the opening credits of Little House on the Prairie years ago used to make me cry. Right? That's it. Oh. I'd be like, oh my God, something really emotional is about to happen. And then I'd cry. Anyway, so that's why horror doesn't work for me. So I totally feel where Matthew's coming from. Right? I do. But here's the difficulty. Eventually, the two of you are going to have to sit on the same sofa to watch something.
Yeah.
And I think, yes, opposites attract. You don't have to watch everything together. There's no doubt that Paul and I would watch separate things at times. But the things that we watch together, if you can get enough of that in it, that's fine. The worry is he going to kill you when you're asleep? That's, you haven't tested that theory.
Well, you see, that's the thing. Like the questions I was asked is, how well do you know this man? is everything else all right?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if it's a case of, well, he keeps adopting kittens and they keep disappearing. Do you know what I mean? Like, are there other red flags?
Well,
Do
it
you know what I
doesn't
mean?
sound like, because he's properly kind. That's what he says. He actually says properly kind. And I think somebody who is properly kind is, you know, possibly either incredibly good at masking their psychopathic tendencies or, you know, are basically... You know, and there's more of them than you know. I mean, but
Of course
there's
there
also
are.
just really nice people who like horror. But
True.
I'm not going to watch horror with anyone.
I'm not saying everyone that watches a horror movie is a psycho. I'm quite the opposite, because I do think that it is. I do think that horror movies are really good fun. Like, and I will watch, like, as much as I don't like them, I will watch them for the let's watch a horror movie together, and like,
Yeah.
you know, I'll bury my head in a cushion, and you know.
Okay,
You know,
you're nicer
watching
than
a
me
horror
because no planet exists where I want to watch a horror movie.
I don't like the ones that are, you know, like Gateway to Hell sort of stuff.
Do you know what's
more
weird
like the
though?
slasher. Like, I'll watch Scream. I'd consider Scream a horror movie.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't watch that.
Oh, I'd watch that. Yeah, no, I love a bit of Scream. And
do
I
you
love
know-
a bit of, what's that one? You know the one where everybody keeps dying? Final Destination.
Okay,
Have you seen, you know the Final Destination films where everybody dies? They just keep dying, and if you don't die, everyone dies in order. Like, it's very creepy films. Like, there was one person died.
in order of what?
Yeah, it's like
Because there's different
something
orders.
something happens, and then they all don't die, but then after this big event, one by one, they all die, basically. This Final Destination. So it's like, it's the inevitability of the whole thing. But like, there was one, I watched it with my boyfriend. Oh my God. There was this scene where they were driving on a highway and there was a truck in front of them with logs. And you were just waiting for like the log to come off and like decapitate somebody. And every single time I drive behind a truck with logs,
You
I'm
think
just
about
like,
that?
I have to get out of here. I pulled into a lay-by and everything just to get away from them.
Well, I can understand that. But I'm going to tell you, there's a good chance that I'm not watching any of that because I'm not, right? That's the most important thing to say this. Funnily enough, I'll watch anything with a serial killer in it.
I love a serial killer.
I love a serial killer. How weird is that? I mean,
Yeah,
what's the
love a
likelihood
serial
of
killer.
most horror situations happening to you? None. Serial killers, much more likely.
Well, my granny used to say that what she liked about Murder, She Wrote was it was a lovely murder. It was a lovely murder. Like, there was no blood. Like she loved a bit of a poisoning. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like Midsummer
Yeah.
Murders. Like, you know, and sometimes if I see Midsummer Murders on something, and I'd say to Paul, how many murders do you think you're in? Because there was always 3.
Yeah. And also it was like back then, somebody dead, all they did was like his tie was pulled. That
Yeah.
was it.
Oh,
That
yeah.
means
A
you're
lovely
dead.
murder.
Tie pulled, eyes closed, dead.
Okay. So you're okay with the lovely murders.
Yeah. A lovely murder where it's not too, but these ones
Graphic.
where like somebody's hiding under a couch and there's like somebody in a cape like wandering. You're like, oh,
Stop
God,
it.
oh, good
Stop
God,
it.
good God.
The stress
the
levels,
Ring,
even you talking
where-
about it.
You know, the ring where that like the little girl with the hadn't brushed her hair. It's very stressful. I would say
I'm very conscious about my hair now.
my advice to Matthew is,
Yeah.
if everything's fine in your relationship
Yeah.
and this is just the thing, then I think maybe you should have a conversation.
Yeah. Just say, can we limit it?
If
Or ask the
If there
question.
are-
Ask the question.
if there are
you-
other
have
red
you any,
flags,
I know. Have you any plans? Have you any plans to
Yeah.
do me in or anything? Just
like
be
if
direct.
if there are other red flags, like if you say what you want for your birthday and he's just like, well, I'd like just to add to my Stanley knife collection. You'd be like, well,
Okay.
I think I'm going to gracefully exit this relationship if that's all the same.
I mean, at least they're not living together, which is helpful.
yeah, okay, that's good.
Right. So to me, that sounds like they're kind of at the earliest start.
Yeah.
You know? And everybody's easy. It's easy to be proper kind at the
then
beginning,
also-
isn't it?
Yeah, he's proper kind at the start. Oh, is he? Oh, there's
Is he?
a shocker.
Shocker.
I'm sure Dharma was lovely paying for rounds and everything before he took them home and cut their heads off. But like, the thing about it is as well though, is that before you move in with somebody, like when you move in with somebody, your life does, your consumption of the
Yeah.
world does significantly change. You know,
Yeah,
like
it
you start
does,
to go
yeah.
out less and you start to, you know, So you could be a positive influence there, but at the same time, I would.
Yeah, I'd be cautious.
I'd have a look for red flags, and if you see one,
and if you are going to move in,
I'd take it seriously.
If you are going to move in, I would definitely keep the lease on the old flat for a little while, just in case.
Or buy a gun.
He just he might just like horror and hasn't had anybody to go, lads, that's not normal. You know what I mean? It might be just as simple as that. And if it is, that's fine. Yeah.
Hey, Daniel, how about we just do two of these a week? Let's taper off here.
Yeah. Okay. You know, and I can go somewhere places with you, but not all of them.
Yeah. We have another problem. Okay, dear Niamh and Gearoid, how are you both doing? Now, this came into this is an example of a letter that came in late, but is skipping the queue because it came into the email.
Oh, yes. Okay. For the love of God, send to the Gmail if you want your
Gmail. I'm
at.
So sick of looking through my DMs. Anyway, how are you both doing? I'm Catherine from Germany. Firstly, I want to address Niamh's suspicion of the latest emails being written by ChatGPT. Oh. I was personally tempted to do that, but who's to know? She was going to dictate it to ChatGPT.
The only reason I've said it is because if you look back the way people wrote problems when we first started, it was a little less grammatically correct, shall we say.
I think everybody just put anything they're writing now, they just put it into ChatGPT.
Not me.
Yeah, no, you don't.
No, my friend lives her whole life by it. You know, won't do a thing without it. She needs I think it's mainly because she needs the kindness of ChatGPT.
The affirmation.
Yes. There's a lot of affirmation. You're a gorgeous
Because also
person.
It always says you're right. And that's just not the way the world works. Most people are wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love the pod and I love listening to you on repeat as I laugh and sometimes cry along in my miserable corporate job.
Oh.
Every now and then, I think of giving up this meaningless job for a romantic and slightly less realistic life of owning a vineyard in a beautiful countryside. Oh. There's a bang of alcoholic off this. Whenever somebody says they want to own a vineyard, I always think that's somebody that's like...
Who wants to drink it?
Well, that's somebody that's just totted up what they spend in wine in a month. So like the natural solution is I should have a vineyard.
I won't believe that. I think this lovely lady is not going to be that person because the next thing she says is a nice thing. Right, so
I'm a newcomer to the pod and I've been obsessed.
Oh, okay.
Niamh, I'm so happy to get to know you more through Agony Rants. I hadn't known of Eurovision until I moved to Europe some years ago. It's my German husband who introduced me to it and I've been obsessed ever since, going all the way back to when the contests were in black and white. That was when Niamh did it.
I was black and white.
But Niamh, all your songs are so well written and they transport me to a place that has fun and life and meaning and mischief.
Oh, well, good.
Okay. I so look forward to watching you perform live someday.
Oh, excellent.
Well, Niamh, it is.
Okay, she's going to talk about you now. Don't worry.
No, but you are a spectacular live performer, Niamh.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gearoid, I was at your Berlin show last summer and totally share a mutual feeling about kids who anoint their faces with their sloppy ice creams. Oh, absolutely disgusting. Thank you. Thank you. I actually finished my tour last night and I was like, I never have to tell those jokes again. And I was really relieved. But more importantly, back then, I hadn't known what a diva your darling daughter Boots was. What you were personally going through as we all sat and listened when, and then laughed during your opening set. That's so right, sweet. Because I found out when I was on that tour that she was dying.
Really sad.
Listening to you share Boots' life on Agony Rants gave me such an insight into her life and what a void she's left behind. I had a lump in my throat as you talked about the difficult moments you went through. I have had to say goodbye to my darling dogs in my life and it's crushing. I'm thinking of Boots fondly. Oh, that's so lovely.
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry I called her an alcoholic now.
I know.
I'm a terrible person. Now, on to the problem, and it's got to do with my husband. Yes, the very one who introduced me to the Eurovision.
Okay.
I've been married to the man for 5 years. When we were dating and I'd moved in with him, I remember being such I remember him being such a wonderful man when it came to sharing a household together. Very kind and respectful. He gave me half his wardrobe space because the flat was too small to fit another wardrobe. He was tidy, we shared chores, and there was also the fact that he was quite specific about cleanliness. He'd wipe away any specks of limescale from glasses fresh out of the dishwasher. He'd squeeze out the water from the dishwashing sponge before putting it away, stuff like that. He also used to have specific toilet etiquettes. Oh. I'm sorry you have to read this.
I'm sorry. I just kind of went, what? What is
What?
married to a man? I live in a house full of men and they all have toilet etiquettes, which do not marry up with mine. Go on anyway.
Wow. He'd always used the toilet seated. There's a word for it. Ein Sitzpinkler.
Oh, yeah.
A guy who sits when using the toilet for number one. Oh.
As in a wee. Yeah, yeah.
A wee. Josh on Chatting with Cherubs, he will admit that he sits down for a wee.
I think that's because they actually, it's how they're taught when they're young.
Oh.
Because, that's a whole other thing. Go on anyway, yeah.
I was thrilled because it meant that the seat was always clean, and moreover, he'd always put the toilet lid down after every use. To me, that's a basic thing anyone using the loo would do, and so I was happy that this guy I'm seeing is so clean and tidy.
Yeah.
Then we married and moved to a larger space. Now we're working full-time jobs. For context, he worked full-time when we dated, and I was a student and worked part-time. Now I work from home most days, and so I see all the to-dos in the environment around me. While we still share our chores, and he is a kind, caring person, there have been significant changes in him. He is no longer a Sitzpinkler, but a Steh-Pinkler. A guy who stands up going number one.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't see anything wrong with that. Sometimes I see how far I can stand away from the toilet.
Oh my God. Girl,
now,
it'll never come to
not
this.
only does he forget to close the toilet lid, but he often leaves the seat up as well. So when I open the door to the bathroom, I'm greeted by an open toilet glaring at me.
Catherine.
Oh, God.
I know.
It's so disgusting, and I cannot help but think of the Mr. Toilet Man scene from Look Who's Talking Too. I don't know that.
Oh, it's the one where the dogs and the cats talk, do you remember? And the baby.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. John Travolta was in it.
I feel icked by it. There's more to clean, and I'm the one triggered by it sooner than he is. So I'm often the one running to clean the toilet just so that I can use it without feeling like I'm using a public train station loo. I'm exaggerating a lot, but I'm a clean, tidy person, and this is important to me. I cannot stand these gifts, as Niamh calls them anymore.
Oh, I feel your pain, Catherine.
My neighbour used to always say when she used to look after Boots, and Boots went through a phase of refusing to use the toilet, so she would shit on the floor. Oh. And my neighbour would always say there were offerings on the bathroom floor.
Offerings and gifts. Yeah. I mean, honestly, that's all I can phrase them as, because quite frankly, otherwise you would just lose your life. That's all I can tell you. You would just lose your life. Okay, so what are we doing?
So Catherine continues. What I've done so far, I've spoken to him about it. I've said, hey, could you please close the toilet lid after use? He agreed kindly and did that a few times and then forgot many other times.
Oh, bless.
Hey, I do not want to enter the loo with the toilet staring at me like that. Would you please shut it? He replied a little peevishly, yes, sure, sorry, I forgot. You forgot the seat again, he said, slightly unapologetically this time. Oh, okay. Whenever you forget to do that again, I'm going to forget to wipe away the limescale on the glass doors after showering. He doesn't like limescale stains. He argued that this was a harsh psychological thing to do.
These are now my new favourite couple. This is proper couple bickering. I'm sorry, but this is proper stuff.
What should I do? I feel like he doesn't actively care about my requests. The worst is that these little careless things compound with time. Of course they do.
Of course they do.
And I'm losing my attraction towards him. Okay. When he makes a move on me, my mind is telling me, stop. He's not giving you what you want, a tidy space. Don't waste your affection on him.
I feel Catherine says things outside, says things that we all feel inside sometimes.
Catherine, I'm just going to raise a flag now and say, you're in a spiral.
And you'd know about them, wouldn't you, Gearoid?
I do know about them. I feel small and unheard. To have to ask anyone more than twice. I won't accept his excuse of saying he's got a lot on at work. And so his mind is just so busy. I could also be in such a situation. So, do I ignore it and hope unrealistically that the loo will be a welcoming place again? Do I try some behavioural methods on him? Treat him when he does the right thing, or try to talking to him again, but with a stern consequence? Please help. A forever fan of you two, and that's from Catherine. Okay.
Catherine, so many things that I relate to in this. And so many things that I feel like I want to take you out for a drink, Catherine.
Yeah. I think this can be solved by one of my great life passions.
Okay.
Timu.
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 Oh, I know what you're going to talk about.
Go on, you get 2 signs, one over the toilet and one in front of the toilet that says, close the seat. Close the seat. And you put them up. So whether he's sitting down or standing up, it's like, close the seat. And you leave them up and then he'll be mortified. So he'll be like, oh,
anyone
no,
who
we can't
uses
leave them up.
Yeah, anyone who uses it sees it.
They know why it's there. Mm-hmm. Because Catherine has insisted on this, because we all know Catherine.
But we also know that it's mostly the women already are sitting, so that's not less of a problem. Mind you, I don't close the seat afterwards.
No, I don't close the seat.
I know that, but I get it if it's your thing. But I have an even better thing that you might buy, which I know I've seen, and that is the self-closing. No, the self-closing toilet.
The self-closing. Do you know what I once bought? Have you ever seen like the soft close toilet seats?
I thought you meant soft close. We're going off on a tangent there.
No, like it's
the
a
soft close. So it has like the drawers that you have in your kitchen.
Yeah, so you flip it and it takes about 30 seconds to close. It just closes slowly.
Are you not just fascinated about it and you can't leave the toilet for another 30 seconds?
Oh yeah, I was watching it. It was like it was like. Do you remember in Little Shop of Horrors at the end where like the Audrey 2 eats Audrey and the thing just closes on her? That's what it's like.
Yeah. I'm not sure I'd feel comfortable sitting on a toilet that may potentially happen to me.
You see, I think what you need to do is you are nagging him, but you're nagging him at the wrong times.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You're very politely saying something when you've worked up to it. So what you need to do is you need to be hugely aggressive. Like, so when you go in and the toilet's up, you go, hey, fuckhead, come in here and look at this and tell me what's wrong with this picture. Like, you need to properly kick off. Kick off. And then when he makes a move on you 2 days later, you go, oh yeah, you're not getting nothing from this. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because remember yesterday when you left the toilet seat up? There you go. So you take your blue balls and roll on over to the other side of the bed.
Oh my God, Gearoid Faraday. Oh my God. Right, okay, Catherine, for human advice, I'm going to give you this one, right? Although I don't disagree with all of it, right?
Timing and consequences. That's the 2 things that anybody needs when they're being trained.
That's like think toddler, as I often advocate here. Think toddler. Reward the good, ignore the bad. But here's the thing. I think you're right. It's going on now too long. It's a lot of nagging. It's a lot of stuff. And he's not taking the thing on board. You've got to decide something very basic here. And that is how important it is in your relationship that this happens. Because if it's a case of you having to say to him every single time, then you need to sit down and say, when you're not cross with him, I'm the other side of the road. I have the conversation when I'm not cross with him.
See, I think that's what she's doing, and I think it isn't working.
Yeah, well, then I would probably leave stuff in his bed. I would do stuff that really icks him out on his side of the bed. I would do it in a way that he would be unhappy. I would stop. I would withhold, possibly you would withhold sexual favours, affection. You might also withhold food, maybe change the locks. I don't know, stuff like that.
I think what you need to do is you need to
you need to be clear about why this is important to you.
Yeah, but I do think a sign would be good. A site-specific instruction.
Yeah.
I think there's an awful lot to be said for it, Niamh.
Or you just stand outside the door every time he comes out and say, fix that. Fix that.
Like, it's just, there's something
I actually hit
so
my
grim
son.
about that.
I hit my son with the 2 air fryer drawers the other day because I came home after being away for a couple of days and he hadn't cleaned either of them. So after many warnings, I literally brought them in and hit him on the head with them. So, and then I made him come in and clean them. It didn't make him do anything different, but it certainly made me feel better.
And as I saw him lying in a bloody mess on the floor, I thought, well done, Niamh.
It wasn't that
Well done.
severe. He's fine. He's in his 20s. He can fucking report me if he wants. But
like, I definitely think that if there's something that bothers you like this, you have to just keep saying it until you don't have to say it anymore.
Yeah, but then also what might happen is you might have to accept it, because the problem is sometimes people don't change those behaviors and they don't mean any badness by it. But I think if he really loves you, he should be making more of an effort, but he won't always remember. So the thing is, don't harp on it all the time. Be very clear why you need it. And then just you let him. I mean, he did it for a long time because people are always on their best behavior at the beginning.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, look, a couple of years into a relationship after you move in together, shock horror, people aren't as attentive as they used to be.
No, I know.
Like, come on. I think, Catherine, though, what you need to do is you need to put a plan in place. You're like, I'm solving this by the end of May.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm getting the signs. I'm
what
saying
about a
it to
star
him.
chart? Every time he does a good thing.
You see, the thing about it is you don't want,
Come on.
if somebody did that to me now, I'd leave.
What, a star chart?
No, if somebody put a sign up, I'd be like, get the message, Gearoid. Okay, time, it's copping on time. Somebody did a star chart, I'd be like, thank you very much, I'm leaving. Or, I mean, even if I didn't leave, I'd certainly sleep with one of their relatives. Like, definitely.
Wow. You go to places I never
revenge. No. If somebody humiliated me now, I'd be cooking a revenge plot.
There'd be no humiliation. Is it any less humiliating? I mean, honestly, it's a nice thing to have a star. I love getting a star. But, you know, the thing, I love a little gold star. You know I do.
Can you imagine a grown man having a star chart on the fridge?
Yeah, I can.
Did you do that?
I've done many things in my time to try and alter behavior. It doesn't always work. They have to care enough. They have to feel the jeopardy enough. They have to feel the jeopardy that you might leave them. Honestly, you do have to they have to have enough jeopardy. My family know I'm going nowhere, right? They know I love them, right? And I'm never going anywhere. And even though I get really cross about things, you know, at times, because they matter to me, but they don't matter to them. And that's the problem. If it doesn't matter to you, you don't prioritize it. You know what I mean? That's the thing.
I think what you should do is you should do what Trump does, right? Because what Trump is doing now is, in order to get his way, he's pretending he's doing this thing. He's pretending he's insane. He's pretending he's volatile. He's pretending he's crazy.
Yeah.
Just to get what he wants.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's a lot to be said for that. So I think what you need to I think you need just 1 or 2 carefully placed, well-timed, very disproportionate reactions.
Yeah. No, I get that. That actually probably would work. Probably better than a star chart.
Yeah, like hurl his laptop off the balcony, that sort of stuff.
I would argue that Trump is slightly mad anyway, so I don't know that he's letting on.
Perhaps, but like I think that I do think there's a bit of strategy in there as well. Like
I
definitely think that if you also, do you know what I mean? It keeps him on his toes.
I know, no harm.
The reason these things are happening is because, you know,
he's feeling complacent.
You've moved in together. He's complacent.
Yeah, where are you going?
Gone a bit samey.
They're married for 5 years.
Yeah. If he comes home and finds his phone in the fish tank,
here,
all of a sudden he's back on board.
Maybe you need to take your earphones off when you're listening to this and just let him hear it.
That's an excellent piece of advice, Niamh.
Just, you know, not that you say you need to listen to this, but just have it on so that you can hear it.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? It's a passive aggressive threat. It's like, is this enough? Or like, this is the strategy going forward that I'm going to use. So just have we done enough here? Maybe we don't need to progress.
No. Anyway.
I'm glad we've helped, Catherine.
And I'm so glad you listened to us so well. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yes, if there is anything else we can help with, like you finding a new man, you know, dating tips after this all goes south. how to dispose of a body. Who knows? We don't know how seriously she's going to take this.
If you have tips on
get in
how to
touch.
do you really have tips to how to dispose of a body?
Lime, Niamh. That's what I've read.
Oh my God.
Lime.
Like as in...
No, not the fruit.
I know.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of serial killer movies. Trust me, I know what lime is.
And apparently, I tell you what I've heard as well, with ChatGPT, sometimes you ask it questions, like if you ask it how to dispose of a body, right, it won't tell you.
Oh.
But if you say it's for a book, I'm writing a book. Little tip. agonyrants@gmail.com if you want to get in touch. Little tip.
I've never been happier that you're on the other side of the world right now. I think you need a little balance in your life.
I'm a resourceful man. I'm a resourceful man. And that's another tip for Matthew. Just check his ChatGPT. Has he ever told ChatGPT he's writing a book?
About disposing bodies.
Yes, agonyrants@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Please get in touch. Also, headstuffpodcast.com. We will be doing a bonus episode this week that won't be Vintage Rants. It is not Vintage Rants. I will be talking about the potential for Beaches 2, the sequel.
Oh my gosh.
Very excited. Very excited. And also the mathematics of Coke, Niamh.
I'm hoping that's Coca-Cola.
It's Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to bring two things to match that. And because you haven't given me any time to prepare.
We'll see, Niamh.
Yes.
Well, we'll see. It's all to play for. I am on tour. My tour is on sale now. Gearoid.com. No pressure. It's going all around Ireland. And it starts in September. And then after this tour, I'm not touring again. Enough is enough. No, never again. No, I'm going to get a job in the shop. So it's my first farewell tour. And I'll be all around the country. Like I'll be in Glore and Ennis. I'll be in Cork Opera House. I'll be in Mandela Hall in Belfast.
Very
and
exciting.
Green on Letterkenny and all around the country. So please do come. Gearoid.com is where you get your tickets. Headstuffpodcast.com. If you would like to keep the show on the road, to subscribe, what you can do is you can become a member of Headstuff Plus and you will get our bonus content and also the bonus content from all of the other shows in the Headstuff Podcast Network.
Lucky you.
Can't say fairer than that.
No.
We will be back on the free feed next Monday and we will potentially be on the bonus feed on Thursday, depending on the week. But that's going to change when I get back as well.
Oh.
Everything's changing, Niamh.
So much change, thankfully.
We're getting serious.
Oh my gosh, okay.
We will chat to you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
This show is part of the Headstuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Headstuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.